Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 10:45 on Friday night. What is it? Today was Friday the 13th, wasn't it? It was. Some of you are afraid to get out of bed a bit. See, that's superstitious. Today I had a change of plan with the tour, and when things change like that, I just say they always change for a reason. So I was thinking last night, what is the reason? So I had seen in the comments the previous video message left by Mike Martin that sadly his brother Sean had passed away. He had been a passenger on the bus. So I looked last night at RIP.ie and I seen that his burial was taking place today in Ballyvaughan, about a 2-hour drive in County Clare, the Banner, in the Burton area near Ballyvaughan there, or in Ballyvaughan. So I said I'd tip off today. I didn't answer back that because I said if I can I'd do it in person. So I tipped off a bit later than I had planned, and I didn't make the church. The mass was at 11:30. Said I get to the graveyard. So got to the graveyard and parked the car in one side, and the hearse pulled in across the road from where I was parked, and I was looking to see who would I approach. So I seen a woman and a younger woman. So I figured out that was the wife and daughter, which it was. They're looking over at me, and Aisling, the daughter, must have said to Kathleen, I think that's Mickey D. And she says, my glasses that I wear for driving and long distance eyesight is a lighter rim. And they says, better not say anything for fear it's not him. So I approached them anyway. And sure, it was great to have a chat. And they said that Sean was ill for a good while. He had prostate cancer. He had suffered a lot down through the years, and he passed away recently. And that he was a long-time follower of the channel. He even told his brother Mike that when I had 1,000 followers, that was over a year ago probably. So they said that they brought in the phone to him the other night, and they played Lovely Leash, and they said their goodbyes to him. He originally was from Mount Rath in County Laois, so I sang that song a few weeks ago, and it was very humbling to hear them saying that that he was listening to it and that it helped them in some small way. So I went into the graveyard. I met a friend a long time from Roscommon, Pat, the painter, I call him. He was 35 years he knew Sean, and he was down at the funeral himself and his wife. His wife actually had a nephew buried only yesterday, and I missed that funeral. It was killed in a car crash in his mid-20s at the weekend. And I know all of that family, the granny and all. So Sean's sons, Damien and John, brothers Mike and Joe, and sisters Mary, Dolores and Anne. I had a good chat with Mike after the burial, and I put him in the Shrudies section of the bus without any shadow of a doubt. He knows his horses, I can tell you. And he said he might put up one now and again. I told him, please do. So, when I'm mentioning that, somebody told me today, and I apologise for not complimenting Owen the other night on 25 to 1 and a 9-2 winner. I met a guy in a bookie shop today. I hadn't read the comments. I was up to my eyes the other night. Sorry, Owen, you were doing well. I had mentioned you the night before, and I had penned the comment, but I didn't mention it. I didn't get a chance to get back to it either tonight. There was a couple of good winners given today there. Ian Miller said last night that a contact of Joe Mason, that one, and Mumcat won another one of Joe's that was put up by, who was that, Leeds? Yeah, it was, I think. and Paul Manton's Nap Al Saqib won as well today. I will try and get back some of these, but I'll have more time from now on because I'll be at home. I'll be at home definitely next week anyway. So apologies again for not doing that, but I'll try to keep up with it as best I can. I've seen a couple of the races today. I was in. I pulled in. I didn't. They were going to Lisdoonvarna, and I didn't because that was another half an hour drive onwards. And I was going to go to my aunt's place, but I didn't go to do that either. That was another drive. So I went to Kilcolgan, or I passed through it on the way back, and what used to be called Mother Hubbard's. I had the roast beef dinner there, and I had apple tart with toffee on top of it, made that way. And lo and behold, in Cumdanagalliva, I got custard. Didn't get it in the city yet, but I got it in Clifton and I got it in Kilcolgan. So they are making it. It is available at places up there. I think it was Lee Shaughnessy that dropped it off, somebody said, when he heard it was coming. Second in the first race, wasn't it? Wednesday, where were we today? I was all over. I had to go to another funeral as well this evening. A Leitrim man that relocated here over 40 years, I'd say. He died of a heart attack the other day. I had to get to his funeral this evening as well. Because I won't have time tomorrow. So, and I miss my next door neighbour 3 doors up. She was 96 in her 97th year. She died while I was on tour as well. So I have to locate that family tomorrow and try and get a mass card for them. They'd be very close friends, all of them, down through my whole life. We had what today? I can't even see where I wrote it down last night, and I've absolutely no clue what was earlier in the day. Mind has gone blank. Anyway, I know that we won the last race, and I didn't even see that. I got a boom about 20 minutes after the race was over, and I says, "What's that boom for?" And says Luke Short. I looked at him when I came back. He absolutely hosed up. I was fierce surprised last night when I seen 8-1. You might have guessed that. I was saying, Jesus, I'll be getting a bit of that. I got a nice bit of it last night. I mentioned and forgot about the race. I went visiting a woman, a 90-year-old woman there tonight because they had a tragedy. That lad that was killed as well, be related to her son. A lot of things going on. So I missed that race. But made a few pound anyway, and if we're making a few pound, we are not losing money. So 8-1 winner is always good. Now, tomorrow, an unreal amount of stuff on tomorrow. We had to separate a lot of stuff, and we will go with our bus horse straight away. We'll go to the 4:35 at Naas. We have our old pal there, Earl's, running tomorrow. But the one that won for us the last time out was Cavallo Pazzo. Went up £11 for that. Stone Walsh, what do you call him? Colin Stone Walsh, is it? And my mind is blank tonight. He's taken off 7, so technically it's only up 4. But the rise or the step up to... Now he's won in heavy ground before, right? When he broke his maiden last year, and it was in Naas when he was with Owen Doyle. So the step up to 7 I thought would suit the last day, and he had to bully himself out round the turn, and he duly obliged.
Clear passage through the contest. Army of India's hard driven. Guidi St. Clair has just lost her position, has dropped towards the rear of the field as it's Blue Peak who strikes the front and Danny Shee has the advantage. Cavallo Pazzo is the one that merges from the pack in the second spot from Bellick and Wild Mountain. But it's Cavallo Pazzo who's now come to tackle Blue Peak. They're neck and neck inside the closing stages, but Cavallo Pazzo, second in 2 of his last 3 starts, gives Joseph O'Brien a double on.
And the horse that was second was gambled on and won yesterday as well. So, and there was a good bit back to the third horses. I was thinking I might go tomorrow. I might go yet, I don't know. I might go to Naas. I went last year, but it was on the Sunday for the November handicap. Faced the puck out. The going will suit him. He loves it heavy as well. he'd have a shot in that as well tomorrow. Where are we here? We'll stick with Naas. There's two horses here. Heavy Ground is the key to that I'm picking them, even though Thunderbear and Big Gossie, when they last met, Big Gossie has a £9 swing forward. But I was impressed with the way Thunderbear won the last day. He was over in England. He beat a good yardstick there,
With the red cap is moving through into third, and Thunderbear, he's the longest priced of them, but has come to join the favourite Nymphadora. Very little between them, 100 yards to go. The bronze jacket Nymphadora trying to fight off the challenge of Thunderbear. The judge will split Thunderbear and Nymphadora. Behind him, running on his sense of duty into third position, then Designer and a big gap.
He's only a 3-year-old and he's carrying a penalty. But if it was five, it's really a stiff 6 and it'll suit. I was saying, talking muck there, saying about 5 furlongs, so it's nearly 6. But Heavy Ground is key to it. And the finishing hill there might suit him, I thought, tomorrow. He's rated 107. Big Gossie is rated 109. Big Gossie would be getting 5. Given 2 in a handicap, and he's getting 5. You know, and I just thought, I don't know, I'm either right or wrong. That a single and a double with another horse that likes Heavy Ground as well as Fast Response. That done us a couple of good turns last year, this same time of the year as last year. This is in the Fillies Enlisted race tomorrow. Now again, there's a 3-year-old. I'm doing the opposite here, but I'm going against Pradeep, I would say, and I'm going with Moore and Carol Burke and Fast Response by Fast Company. Rated 103. But it's getting £2. I go with the Heavy Ground angle. So that's 2 singles there and a double, and the single on Cavallo Pazzo. There's a couple that I might swing, put up in the morning. I got delayed there tonight because there was one at Chepstow. Final orders is actually over there tomorrow. I want to see how the ground is in the morning, because it'll be, if it was bad old ground over there, it'd be a big ass to hump top weight around. But onto the Cambridgeshire. Pied Piper's the gamble all week. But I'm taking him on. Money for the shunter there, but the shunter is 10. Not So Sleepy, I love the ground. He's 11. Top weight is hard to win with. We have several bus horses in the race. Jesse Evans. I said the last day when he was 4th in the Irish equivalent that the rain that came that day bet him. He's better on better ground. And if that's real bad ground tomorrow, it's supposed to be heavy, someone told me tonight. Like when he was in Galway there, good, yielding. To soft ground the last day. It was a good run at 25-1 with a shadow of a doubt, but and he ran a great race for us in the Galway hurl. But I'm just thinking 2-2 might, on soft ground, might stretch him. There's a couple of, well, there's a lot of stuff in it, but I came down in these kind of races with there's 34 declared. I do always back 3 horses in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to back Goshen because the ground will suit. And if you look at it, he may have been trained especially for this race. There's a big pot. He hasn't ran since April. But if you look at, he'll go on the ground, soft ground. He's better on soft ground even though he has won on good ground. 154, take 40 off that, that'll be 114. He's 88. So he's a couple of stone well in on the ratings, but he's a peculiar sort of horse and a moody sort of a horse, like a lot of people, I suppose. So what sort of a Goshen will turn up tomorrow is the thing, but they're paying 6 places and 7, the Green Bouquet. Could have a crack at him at 14 to 1, 12 to 1. There's one there that we backed before a few times, and one is Lot of Joy. Why is Willie sending it over, and why is he putting up Buick on it? And it's 2-2, soft ground. It'll be always 25 to 1. He first came to our, where did we back him first? We backed him when he was third to Waterville. But I'm just wondering, the last day to the peculiar race, I looked at it again. He wasn't off the air, I thought, even though there was a big purse. And they'd be the 3 small stakes I'd be doing, because if you get them placed, or a couple of them placed, you're a nice profit. Anyway, it's 11 o'clock. I better get this into the oven. And if I fancy anything as well, I'm going to spend another half an hour going through this, and I'm going to look at Chepstow and see, and there's the 410. Let's see. Where's the 410? The 410. I'd written down the 410. I mustn't have got to it. What caught my eye in that? 410 at York. Oh, punctuation. That hasn't been seen since winning on soft ground in Aintree. If that was right tomorrow, that would have a good chance. Holly died up. Fergal O'Brien. It hasn't ran over her or on the flat since leaving Andrew Balding, wasn't it? Yeah, Andrew Balding raced in 85. Am I right in saying that? Yeah. It's all hurled since 85. 80, round down to 82. That'd have a right chance if it's tuned up and if the money stays fairly around the 3 to 1 mark, you know. Anyway. Time to get this in the oven. Bash the bookies over and out.